Namaskaram. So let's start with the one of the most important section in our syllabus, which is section 35 AD, which talks about investment link incentives for specified businesses. So there are 14 specified businesses that we are going to talk about it, and this deduction technically known as investment link. So I would like to give you background about investment link and profit link deduction first of all. So initially when government of India started this kind of incentives in income tax, so first they started with profit linked deduction. Okay, profit linked deduction versus investment linked deduction. This is the discussion point here. So in 1991, to be very precise, in 1991 Dr. Manmohan Singh, okay, so Mr. Dr. Manmohan Singh, he became the finance minister, and he had introduced one section in that year, which is section 80 IA. Okay, section 80 IA talks about if you start particular business in India, okay, we will give you tax holiday. We shall give you tax holiday. Tax holiday means you don't have to pay tax for 10 years out of 15 years of your choice. Okay, in the first 20 years of your business. So first 20 years of the business means what? So if you have started business in 2001 to 2020, this is a period of 20 years. Out of this 20 years, you can choose not to pay tax in any 10 years, consistently. Okay, so there are tax exemptions of 10 years, there are tax exemption of 15 years, there are tax exemption of 7 years, there are tax exemption of 5 years. There is a section 10AA that we are going to discuss in detail. Section 10AA, this is for SEZ unit, special economic zone unit. So if you start business in special economic zone, so you don't have to pay tax in the first 5 years, year 1 to year 5. You don't have to pay tax on your 100% export profit. Okay, year 6 to year 10, you don't have to pay tax on 50% of your export profit, and year 11 to year 15, you don't have to pay tax on your 50% of export profit or amount deposited in SEZ reinvestment account, okay, whichever is lower, whatever it is. So it gives you 15 years tax holiday period. 10AA gives you 15 years of tax holiday period. Similarly, section 80 IA, 80 IB, 80 IAB, 80 IBA, 80 IC, 80 ID, 80 IE. There are a lot of sections which are there in income tax which are providing profit link deduction. Now why government needed, when government already had profit link deduction for power sector, infrastructure sector, hospital sector, then why does government shifted its attention from profit link deduction to investment link deduction? So again I would like to take an example of section 10AA, okay, versus normal unit. Section 10AA unit, and you are having one normal business unit. A normal business unit is also known as domestic tariff area. Okay, unit in DTA, domestic tariff area. So this is normal business unit. So you are having profit and loss here, you are having profit and loss account here. So these are the, although this is the same organization, this is the only one organization, because they are having separate unit and there are special benefit given to 10AA unit. Income tax law assume that this unit is a separate business and this unit is a separate business for tax calculation matter. Now we know that here if you book income and expenses, then you will get export profit, and there is a deduction on this particular export profit. And here you will have income, here you will book expenses, and here you will be having profit, and this profit will be fully taxable. Okay, this profit will be fully taxable. Now what assessee will do, this profit is fully taxable and this profit is eligible for deduction. Okay, so there is a deduction or there is a tax exemption on this profit. What assessee will try to do is this: assessee will try to record less income in fully taxable division and more income in fully exempt division. One thing. Second manipulation that assessee will do, he will try to book more expenses in fully taxable division so that overall profit should be lower, and he will try to book less expenses in your tax exempted unit, because here more profit means more deduction or more exemption. So you can understand, because earlier deductions were profit linked deduction, there are assessees who have evaded that particular provision by shifting profit from their non-specified business to specified business. Okay, so here whenever government assume if we give deduction linked to the profit, there are assessees who know how to manipulate the profit. Therefore government is now saying no, we have done enough mistakes in past, we don't want to repeat those, and therefore they have come up with an idea where they are giving deduction which are linked to your investment. Technically here we are going to talk about specified business. If you start any of the specified business, okay, so one of the specified business is cold chain facility. What is cold chain facility? It's a warehouse. Okay, it's a kind of warehouse, a refrigerated warehouse where you can store perishable item like tomatoes, fruits, vegetables, your meat, milk product. So these products, they are perishable in nature, and therefore we can't preserve them for a longer period because we don't have the proper storage capacities. So they wanted to create in India a whole cold chain facilities. Why they are calling cold chain facility? Because if I have to transport goods from Haryana to Mumbai, okay, it can't reach in one day, so it may take 4 days time. So we want cold chain facility in different locations on the highways, so that when goods are initiated its journey from the location 1, so till the time they complete their journey of 100 kilometer or 120 kilometer, they should enter into warehouse again, get cool down, and then restart the journey, so take a break, get a cool down, then restart the journey. And it can help them to create supply chain here, supply chain in different areas of that warehouse. Okay, so this cold chain facility is highly capital intensive business. Please understand, they are capital intensive business, and because they are capital intensive business, nobody was willing to put money into this kind of businesses, and therefore this type of businesses were not developed in India to the level where what is required today. And therefore government of India is initiating, encouraging assessees to come in these businesses, and the benefit here is that they are giving 100% deduction of capital expenditure. Now friend, please understand, when I talk about 100% deduction of capital expenditure, you should not misunderstand it. Therefore I will give you example. See, what you should debit to your P&L account. So technically I had paid salary, you will debit to P&L account. I have paid rent, you will debit to P&L account. I spend money on advertisement, you will debit to the P&L account. I bought a building, you will debit to P&L account. I bought furniture, you will debit to the P&L account. I bought plant and machinery, you will debit it to P&L account. So aren't you ignoring matching concept? Aren't you ignoring concept of capital expenditure and revenue expenditure? Aren't you ignoring concept of periodicity, where we are spending money in one particular period but the asset will be used for enduring period? So answer is yes, but this deduction is given by section 10AA. The section 10AA talks, even though 100% capital expenditure will be capex will be debited to P&L account, that means it will be allowed as a deduction. It will be allowed as deduction. So please have understanding over this particular chapter. What is going to happen in this section is this: although there are plethora of tax incentives available under the Income Tax Act 1961. Plethora means plenty, excessive. Already there are a lot of tax incentives available. They do not fulfill the intended purpose of creating infrastructure, since these incentives are linked to profit and consequently have effect of diverting profit from taxable sector to tax-free sector. I hope you understood this paragraph. Government has intention to create infrastructure in India by giving profit link deduction under section 80 IA, IB, IBA, 10AA. But assessees have manipulated that by transferring their profitable profit to tax-free divisions and not by creating proper infrastructure. Okay, with the specific objective of creating rural infrastructure, an environment-friendly alternative means for transportation of bulk goods, investment-linked tax incentives has been introduced for specified business, namely. So this is the list of specified business that we are going to discuss. Please hold on. So when I started study of CA final in 2011 and 12, my professor CA Durgesh Singh, and I'm glad that I met him in that year, he told me this, not only me, whole batch, about section 35 AD, and he had some prediction about section 35 AD. He said that on our batch that this section is going to be one of the most important section in future, and this is the quality of the best teacher, that you must say that he doesn't only understand law which is existing as of now, he can also foresee the law which will be there in future, and this quality he had. And therefore what has happened, while teaching only, I developed a keen interest in this particular section. That time we had only 4 to 5 businesses under section 35 AD, and he rightly predicted there that in future Government of India is going to introduce more and more businesses under section 35 AD, and this has happened till the year 2017. This section got amended almost every year, and not only till 2017, 2018-19 also it got amended, but it got modified. Not newly new businesses, they had not introduced any new businesses under this particular section. So please remember the same message that I wanted to pass on through the this medium. Whatever my professor had told me, that this section is important in present as of now. It will remain important even in coming 20 years time, because even today India doesn't have required developed infrastructure, and therefore there is a huge scope in infrastructure. These all businesses, directly or indirectly, are having linkage to infrastructural development of India, and therefore these are going to be highly profitable businesses in future. So government is encouraging private sector to come up with a huge capital, and what encouragement they are giving them? You don't have to claim a deduction of you don't have to claim deduction in form of depreciation and additional depreciation. No, directly we are going to give you 100% deduction in year 1 itself. Let me tell you one more thing. Till 2016-17, 5 out of these 14 businesses had deductions of 150% as well, but then Arun Jaitley sir has reduced it to the 100%. So now we don't have to focus on any particular business more. We have, for us, all these 14 business are equivalent. So let's look at what are the those 14 businesses. Setting up and operating cold chain facility for specified product. So let's see what is the list of specified product. So one condition will be done. Cold chain facility, a chain of facility for storage or transportation of agriculture and forest product, meat and meat product, poultry product, marine product, dairy product, and product of horticulture and floriculture, and apiculture, and processed food item under scientifically controlled conditions, including refrigeration. So this is important. There has to be refrigerator. So the whole warehouse is a cold warehouse. Okay, and other facilities necessary for the preservation of such produce. So this is what something means, cold chain facility. Next, this is the first business. Okay, setting up and operating warehousing facility for storage of agriculture produce. So friend, this is also warehouse, this is also warehouse. Okay, next, laying and operating cross country natural gas or crude oil, petroleum, oil pipeline network for distribution, including storage facility being integral part of such network. So this is a facility for Reliance. I always say this particular benefit was introduced only for Reliance, because Reliance is the only company as of now in our country which can have and which is having cross country pipeline from Iran and Iraq to India. You understand, cross country pipeline means that is crossing multiple countries and then that pipeline is reaching India, and this pipeline has been constructed in deep ocean, and this is managed by Robo Technologies. So it's a huge capital expenditure, and none other than Reliance can spend those expenditure. Obviously in exchange they had demanded, or they must have requested to the finance ministry, that we wanted a deduction of this kind of expenditure in the year 1 itself, and government must have approved that particular deduction. So this is for for natural gas and crude oil. Next, building and operating hotel Now, what is the importance of hotel, and that too of minimum 2-star or above category anywhere in India? So, what is the advantage of creating good hotels in India? So, you can understand there are countries, few countries like Mauritius, Singapore, Thailand, okay, and there are certain states here including Kerala, Goa, Himachal Pradesh. The major revenue for these states or those countries is tourism. And when we are talking about tourism, we need to provide them better stay facility, better hotels facility, 2-star, 3-star, 5-star facility. Then only more and more tourists will be attracted to India, and therefore they wanted to develop hotels in India. Not only hotels, they also wanted to develop hospitals in India. I don't have to tell you importance of hospitals in India. As of now also we are facing a very good pandemic, okay, and because of the corona crisis, you can understand the one thing is highly important as of now, and which is the healthcare system. So they are also asking, the section 35AD is asking, requesting private sector, please come up and build and operate hospitals anywhere in India, but at least 100 beds. And when they are talking about 100 beds, they are talking about, see, do not count bed for attendant, because there are some deluxe rooms in hospitals where they put 1 bed for patient and 1 bed for attendant. So when you are counting number of beds, do not count number of beds of patient and caretakers or nurses and doctor. You should count the beds only for patients, okay. So 100 patient bed, minimum 100 patient, it can be more than 100 beds. So those 100 beds are denoting that hospital should be having little good facilities. It should have multi-dimensional facilities in that particular hospital. So they want minimum 2-star plus hotels and minimum 100 plus beds facility. Next, developing and building housing project under notified scheme of slum redevelopment. So now we are talking about a housing project, okay, which is slum redevelopment. Now slum is one of the problem of Mumbai and other metro cities, and in fact whole India. So how do we find with the slum redevelopment? So we want private sector to come. Now slum is usually horizontally spread. Here small units will be there. So this is a slum. How do we redevelop that? So we will call for JCB and all, and we will clean the whole slum, okay. We will clean the whole slum. Now whole slum is gone, so we will construct building there, okay. We will construct 2-3 buildings. So whole this slum will be shifted in this building for free of cost, and then that builder will construct 2 big towers here, and he will sell those towers and recover his profit. So for doing this, you need to have very good amount of capital. So we are requesting private sector, please come under slum redevelopment or rehabilitation frame by central government and state government agencies, and please redevelop slums for India. We will provide you 100% deduction on your capital expenditure. Not only that, we are having one more project here, which is housing project under notified affordable housing. In Maharashtra, we are having one organization called MHADA. Okay. Now what is MHADA? So MHADA is constructing houses for middle class, so middle class families. So in Mumbai, if one particular area private builder is selling house for 1 crore rupees, okay. So MHADA may sell this similar kind of house, obviously with low quality construction and all, but the cost will be somewhere around 70 lakh or 60 lakhs. So minimum 30% gap will be there between the MHADA to the private builder, and lot of people will, and this is like a lottery system. When the MHADA launch their affordable housing scheme, many people will apply under lottery system, and the flats will be allocated by using random selection method. So that is a housing project. So you need to remember till here we are having hotel, hospital and 2 housing. 1 hospital, 1 hotel and 2 housing project. One is a housing under slum redevelopment. Second is housing under affordable housing scheme. Okay. Till now we have discussed 2 warehouses also. One is cold chain warehouse facility, and secondly warehousing for agricultural produce. Okay. Let's continue our discussion. Production of fertilizers in India. You understand fertilizers will help to have better crop cultivation for farmers, and we want better fertilizers to be developed by the private sector. So the farmers will be ultimately benefited out of it, and India will produce more agricultural production which can be consumed domestically, also can be exported outside India. So the fertilizer will help farmers to bring better products. Next, setting up and operating inland container depot, inland container depot or container freight station. Now please understand, look at the geographical territory of India. South India is blessed with the water access. Okay, the South India and some Western India and some Eastern India is blessed with the water connection. But what about Delhi? What about Madhya Pradesh? What about your Himachal Pradesh? You understand? What about Jammu and Kashmir? So we are not having only importers in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala. No, we are having importers across India. So these people can do their import and export on the ports which are connected to their nearby cities. So for Maharashtra, Mumbai is a port. For Kerala, Cochin is a port. You understand? For similarly for Goa, for Gujarat, for Tamil Nadu, for West Bengal, they are having ports there. But what about Delhi? Delhi doesn't have port. So for those people, they need to travel either to this side or this side to import, to complete their import formalities, which were hectic for them. So what government has done, they have created inland container depot. What is inland container depot? So in Delhi, they will create a deemed port. Okay, this is the deemed port. This is not a real port. What will happen? Goods will be delivered to this port, and from this port to this port, it will be delivered by using railway. And there is an organization in India which is CONCOR. Okay, CONCOR is a Container Corporation India. Okay, so it is the government of India entity. So we don't give access to of goods to the importer till the time goods are reaching to this port. Now importer, instead of coming to Mumbai or Gujarat, he can go to the Delhi port, which is a deemed port, and he can finish his import compliances and get his goods from delivery of goods from that particular port. That port is known as Inland Container Depot. It is also known as ICD in customs. So people who understand custom, they can easily understand what is ICD. Beekeeping and production of honey and bee wax. This is a particular business where even I am interested. So as a Elite Gurukul, a division of Elite Gurukul, which is Elite Farms, sooner we are coming with our own brand of honey. Okay, and we are going to initiate beekeeping and production of honey under the brand of Elite Farms. Okay, so beekeeping. So this section has inspired me also to come into one of the specified businesses, because all other businesses are highly capital intensive and I don't have any expertise over that and interest also. But because I do have interest in agricultural activities and I personally like exploring forest. Okay, so this beekeeping business will satisfy my both sides. One is that I can explore the forest with a license of having beekeeping, and secondly I can sell a good good product in the market. Honey, honey is not having only it's not only used as a sweet in India, it also has a lot of medicinal value in Ayurveda. Honey is having a separate dedicated importance. So we wanted to promote that importance even at a national level, also at an international level. So obviously this is one of the specified business. Then second is setting up and operating warehouse facility for storage of sugar. Now you can understand here we had already spoken about two warehouses. Okay, one is cold chain warehouses, secondly is warehouse for agriculture produce. What I wanted to mention here is this: sugar is not an agriculture produce. Why sugar is not an agriculture produce? If sugar was an agriculture produce, then it would have been covered under point number 2. They did not have to mention another point for warehousing facility. So sugar, despite being a commercial product, they wanted to cover under section 35 AD. Therefore this is the third warehouse under your 35 AD. So can you summarize whatever point we have discussed till now? We have discussed 3 warehousing: cold chain facility, warehouse facility for agriculture produce, warehouse facility for sugar. Secondly, we have discussed 2 production facilities: production of honey, production and beekeeping. Okay, production of honey, beekeeping and production of wax. Okay, production of fertilizer. We have spoken about 2 pipelines. Okay, one is for natural gas and second is for crude oil. So this is the 2. Then we have spoken about 1 hotel, 1 hospital. Hotel minimum 2-star, hospital minimum 100 beds. And we have spoken also about 2 housing facilities. Housing facilities under slum redevelopment, housing facilities under affordable housing scheme. Okay, let's continue. laying and operating slurry pipeline for transportation of iron ore. This is not transportation of iron, it's a transportation of iron ore. Iron ore is a raw material, you can say, which we extract from the deep earth, okay, which will come up with sand, stone and some ingredients of iron ore. So it has to be transported, and for that they need to create a slurry pipeline. Slurry pipeline means pipeline which are automated, which will take this particular goods to the factory. Instead of transporting in truck, it can directly be transported by some kind of slurry pipeline. So here the business is transportation, not production of steel or iron ore. Okay, it is a transportation of iron ore. Next, setting up and operating semiconductor wafer fabrication manufacturing unit. This is a third manufacturing. So already we are having production of fertilizer, already we are having production of honey, bee wax and beekeeping, okay, and this is the third production and operating, setting up and operating semiconductor wafer fabrication manufacturing unit if such unit is notified by the board in accordance with prescribed guidelines. What is semiconductor wafer fabrication? So if you have open calculator, remote control or any other electronic gadget at your home, you must have seen green color board there. In that green color board, you can if you have observed it, there are smaller silver lines. Those silver lines are wirings and some components will be attached to those particular that board. Okay, it can be called as a motherboard, green board. Okay, there are a lot of this semiconductor wafer fabrication means this fabrication they are talking about, this wiring and connecting this board they are talking about. When Mr. Modi was appointed as a prime minister of the country, he knew that we are going forward for a digital India, we are going forward for e-governance, and this is the time where we are supposed to use the technology. And to use technology, he knew that demand for this green color board or semiconductor wafer fabrication divisions will increase in India. And in 2014, we did not have any of this kind of manufacturing unit in India. We were importing these boards. So he had intentionally inserted this clause in 2016 in this particular section, where now India has already started its own manufacturing facilities for this kind of product. One is in Gujarat, second one is in Noida. Okay, and in today's world, in today's time, it might have increased, but when it came after amendment in this section, there were 2 factories set up in India just to take advantage from this section. So this is not just a mere section, it helps economy, it helps government, it helps employment generation, it helps a GDP contribution. So this type of sections are not only tax incentive section, the government's objective behind these sections are huge. Okay, and lastly, this is the amendment which has happened in 2017, developing, maintaining, operating, developing, maintaining and operating new infrastructure facility. What do you mean by infrastructure facility? Again, there is a definition, because infrastructure is a very gross word, it covers so many things, so I don't want to give you a rough idea. See, what is infrastructure facility? A road including toll road, bridge and rail system, highway project, including housing, other activities being integral part of the highway project. So road, highway, railway, bridge, water supply project, water treatment system, irrigation project, sanitization, sewerage system, solid waste management system, port, airport, inland waterways, inland port, navigational channel in sea. So these are the infrastructure facility. If you are coming into infrastructural development in India, we will provide you. Obviously, to create all these assets, you can understand this is again highly capital intensive businesses, and you have to spend very good amount of money on capital expenditure. The advantage here is, instead of giving you depreciation over the period of time, we are giving you 100% deduction immediately, 100% deduction immediately in the year of spending itself. Okay, so therefore we call these particular businesses as a specified businesses. I hope you have understood this. If not, please watch the lecture one more time to remember these 14 businesses in detail. Balance part of section 35 AD I will continue in second lecture. Thank you.